Welcome back to Boerne Radio Home and Ranch Show. I'm James Duerr, your Texas realtor selling luxury homes and Texas ranches all over Texas, all over the Hill Country, and especially here in Boerne, Texas.
The Boerne Radio Home and Ranch Show is sponsored by Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Whether buying a home or selling one, our network agents are good to know. The Bevy Hotel. Make yourself at home. Platinum Wealth Solutions, effective strategies for your ideal tomorrow. Pilgrim Mortgage, helping you find the perfect home. And by Brand Builders Digital Media Agency, social media marketing to grow your business.
Again, my first guest is Dr. Tommy Price, Superintendent of Boerne ISD. Good morning, Dr. Price.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, fine. And I want to get right back into all the accolades y'all have had here at Boerne ISD. Tell us a little bit about the HEB's Excellence in Education Award.
I think one of the most remarkable things is happened in the middle of the pandemic. We found out about it in May. Mm-hmm. The process is really unique. Somebody in the community nominated us, and we went through a phase where we had to fill out some applications, tell about ourselves, but a group of people came in from HEB that have visited 50, 60 school districts around the state, and what they do is they come in and they don't just interview, they really dig in. They want a tour, they want to see what's going on. They want to see if the application, we can write anything. They really want to see if it matches up. And they do a lot of digging into our data to see if that matches up too. Again, we can say anything in an application. And when it was all said and done, it goes back to our community, the community support, and that we were a reflection, because we kept saying this over and over again. We can't do what we do without a great community, great parent support, wonderful students. And whenever they looked at us and had those conversations, so they really said, does your community really support you? We hear a lot.
Yeah, and this is just not San Antonio. This is the best small school district in Texas.
In Texas.
That's amazing. And you can't have that without incredible staff.
Yes.
So hand in hand in that, you've got another award that your staff, I guess blindly, they put in reviews, and they submitted to the SA Express News. And who came up number one? We
did. And I think that's really, and I am more proud of that than the HEB award, and I'll tell you why, because this was in June. All of our staff got this, like you said, a blind survey, and asked a lot of deep questions. And if you wanted to be disgruntled in this world in June, you have every right to be.
Right.
And our staff talked about the great things that are going on and how they support us and we support them. And if you look around, we're open. We are doing some wonderful things for our students. We've played team tennis, gone to state. We have won cross country. All of our teams are making playoffs. We've just done a production of Grease. These are talents that our kids would never have gotten to display if it wasn't for the dedication of our teachers, making sure that they were there for our students. And what a waste if we weren't able to do this year like we did last year, last spring. Everything shut down. So we have a great staff, and I am probably the most proud about being a top workplace for San Antonio.
What about student initiatives?
Oh.
What's happening there at the campus?
The students, one of the things I have is a student advisory group, and I started that 4 years ago when I arrived. And the way we do it is pretty much, if you want to be part of this, you can come to it.
What grades?
Right now, we do middle school through high school.
Oh, wow, okay.
And we were meeting at one point at Longhorn, so it was kind of a midway from everything. But when we started meeting, we'd get about 30, 40 children in there, and I'd ask about their background. So tell me, how many of you have been, how many of you are champion? How many of you at Boerne? How many of you have been here all your lives? And what really came up, we know a lot of people are moving in, but of that 34, 35 random students, I would only say about 10 of those students had been here all their lives.
Wow.
The rest of them have moved in at one point or another. And we have about 500 to 700 students moving into our district every single year. So as we started talking, one of the things that really meant something to them was, how do you welcome new students? Because they've all been there. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that developed, and we started talking about this last year, we really implemented it this year, was a kindness campaign.
Okay.
And it really nothing to do with any kind of national, state movement. This is our children deciding, how can we make people coming into our district feel welcome? Because they'd been in those shoes before.
And for people who move, I know growing up when kids would get uprooted, my dad was in the oil and gas business, and back in the 70s, there's a lot of reconsolidation from regional offices to Houston.
Yep.
Unfortunately, a lot of kids got messed up on the transition, and this is a great program you have, a very essential program to welcome new people and make them feel comfortable so they integrate quicker.
It's the kids helping other kids. And part of what we want to do as an educational system is we want to make sure once they leave us that they're great citizens. And one of the things that you have to enable them to do is bring forward their own initiatives and go out there and implement them, because what they found out, sometimes it's not as easy as you think. Hey, I'm going to do this. And then you find out, oh, here's a stumbling block. Well, our pushback to them is, so how did you fix it? And what a great learning experience for them.
Yeah. And then if you just joined in, I'm with Dr. Tommy Price, Superintendent of Boerne ISD. And as always, you can review this. We do mixed media, so we do radio, social media, videos, and we do podcasts. So you can always find all that on our YouTube channel and go to BoerneRadio.com. I'd like to thank again our sponsors, Christina O'Connor of Pilgrim Mortgage, John Dean of Goosehead Insurance, Carlos Camarillo with Platinum Wealth Solutions, and of course, their realtors with me at Berkshire Hathaway. And I mentioned before, I was with Del Mar College as a board of regent. We did a lot of trades. What does Boerne offer kids for trades? We
have been consistently expanding those trades. One of our newest ones that we're working on is a partnership with Alamo College to do a P-Tech Academy, which is kind of an early college, and it concentrates in our areas. We're going to concentrate on the medical fields. Mm-hmm. We're also concentrating on cybersecurity, but we also have our traditional ones like welding, which our welding program is second to none in the state. We have a great culinary arts. What we really want to do when we start this in middle school is asking our students what are their interests in, and we try to push them towards one of these pathways that will really fulfill what they want to do, not necessarily what we need them to do. Yeah, right. Because, it's incredible, valuable, and it's such a satisfying for somebody who's, goes through and becomes a master plumber, and then they, tell you 5 years later, they're called boss. Yep. It's an incredible opportunity. People do not want to underestimate skills in school. And what about, your graduation rates? How is that in Boerne? We do really well compared to the state. We are either 100 or 99% graduates every single year. And one of the things that we are working on is to continue that. But even if it's 1%, we want to go down and make sure, and we follow those children around and try to get them into alternative programs. Right. And I think that's very important. We want them to be a part of it. I just almost fell out of my chair. You're saying 99% to 100% that people graduate. Yes. God bless you. That is just so amazing. With the other parts of the states, it's not that good. So you're doing. It's our staff. I mean, our staff care. It's easy to let someone drop off the map. Right. They follow them around and they make sure that they're taken care of. Okay. So you're taking care of your students. You're taking care of your staff. And what's the third component? The community. And the community and your parent involvement. And it's all about parental involvement. And how do you engage parents? Well, we have a great PTO. We have a wonderful education foundation that if we need something from either of those groups, we go out and talk to them. Same thing with our band boosters to our athletic boosters, very much involved. And we want to continue to make sure that they know that they have an ear. I have an open door. If somebody wants to talk, come talk to me. How do people contact the district? I've been in meetings where I've given out my cell phone to everyone, and the best way is just to give me a call, email me, and first I'm going to try to steer you to the right person, because we're so big, and I don't think people understand this. I don't know everything, and I don't pretend to, so I want to get you with the right person, but I want to hear so that I understand your concerns so I can pass it on. And we also have, and this year with COVID, it's been hard, but In the past, we've had a monthly meeting, just a parent concerns. Just come out. It's not a complaint session. It's come out, let me tell you what's going on in the district. If you have something that you have concerns about, I will steer you to the right person.
Great. So more constructive.
Yes, constructive.
Oh, great. Well, thank you, Dr. Tommy Price, Superintendent of Boerne ISD, and you're one of the big reasons, along with the Chamber of Commerce and the Boerne Kendall County EDC and all these organizations that are helping our quality of life. I really want to appreciate you being here today. And again, we thank our sponsors, Platinum Wealth Solutions, Pilgrim Mortgage, Goosehead Insurance, and of course, Berkshire Hathaway. And coming after the break, we'll hear about a local college that the kids can graduate. I mean, after they graduate from Boerne ISD, they can enter. And does that help students a lot, having a local university in terms of costs? And
You can take advantage of dual credit in high school. It's one of the best cost savings. And we also have the teachers here that will support with the college. So it's a great partnership.
I am James Duerr, your realtor of Berkshire Hathaway Hill Country Properties. Find me and all of our sponsors at BoerneRadio.com.